Good afternoon and welcome to Nokomis Regional High for today's field hockey game. Well, Lawrence Bulldogs have made their way up I-95 here to the Nokomis Regional High campus. Now, teams are getting ready as coaches and officials are doing their pregame conversation. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped to be back in my Warrior broadcast role. So only the second home game for the field hockey team. The sun's breaking out. It looks to be a really great afternoon to have an athletic contest and kind of shout out to RSU 19 and everybody helping out with technology. We actually have 3 live streams going on at the same time. Our boys soccer team is at home on the Somerset Elementary School campus hosting the MCI Huskies, and our middle school field hockey team is also playing this afternoon, and so all 3 games are being live streamed. So shout out Mr. Matty Brown, Warrior Broadcasting Director, taking on a whole new wrinkle, but I really appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting our athletes. You know, we get it. It's all a little weird, but really thankful that we're getting the opportunity to do some things that kids enjoy and celebrate. Hopefully we'll continue to grow back activities. So. I know, big rule change for field hockey this year. They've shifted. Traditionally, it's 2 30-minute halves, and teams throughout the game get 2 timeouts, but they've changed it up to mirror international and collegiate play, so it's 4 15-minute quarters, and there are no timeouts. And kind of listening to coaches talk, it's a bit of an adjustment. When you think anybody who coaches, you know, you sometimes want to.
Over there a little bit. So, there we go.
Okay.
This is in the camera.
This is a whole new broadcasting dynamic. Matt Brown and I are kind of maintaining our masks because we're probably closely within that 3-foot range, but we're COVID safe up here. And we even wore matching masks, so we got team swag going. So just as I was saying, it's 4 quarters, so coaches are having to make that adjustment. I think, you know, particularly anybody's more familiar with basketball. I think field hockey always had that ability to call a timeout. And I know, you know, from my coaching days, sometimes that was really, you know, could really utilize that to shift momentum or to address maybe a gap in play. But now coaches have to wait for that break between periods. I think the Warrior squads really played well this season. I think their biggest challenge is the bench is not too deep. Just some players I really felt it wasn't the right time and place for them to kind of be rejoining athletics. And I think the Warriors have had really strong first halves, but that stamina, you know, catches up to them in the second half. And they faced Lawrence earlier in the season, and I think that was the case. It was a really well played game early. And then Nokomis maybe, Lawrence had a little more left in the tank, so Bulldogs start with a pass back. Townsend picks it off, chips it out to the right, nice ball out wide. Lovely can't catch up to it. A couple of freshmen have had a really nice start to the season with their careers as Warrior. Both Natalie Brown and Ava Lovely have been able to jump into this lineup and be impact players. Townsend is just continuing to be a talented player for the Warriors. Maneuvers through the midfield. I think no one's playing her. She's trying to center it back to Lovely. Ranlett with a nice interception in the middle of the field. I think Nokomis get a little bit more on their passes as Lawrence closing those passing lanes down. Brown and Bradley with the pressure, and Bradley's able to bust out with it. Bouchard with a nice takeaway, gets it up to her teammate Neto. No relation to this Neto. It's over the sideline, so Anderson, one of the 3 seniors on this team, sends it through the middle of the field, bounces through a number of players. Wilcox backtrack pressuring, Ramlett pressuring. Lawrence is able to transition to the other side of the field to Niles. Stick interference on the Warriors, so it'll be a hit for Lawrence. Little push pass. Lovely gets a piece of it, slows it up. Townsend comes in to take it away. She's got Wilcox to the left. She looks ahead. Ramlett's upfield. Bradley filling the lane. Townsend cuts back to the right. Townsend just working her way through the defenders. Tries to punch it ahead, and that's where I think Bree Townsend could probably hang on to that ball a little longer. No one's really pressuring her. She's advancing. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Brown with a little nice cutback move. Right at the top of the circle, gets her pocket pick, but she keeps the pressure on. Nice clearing ball by Lawrence's number 8, Stewart. Gets the ball up to midfield, and she'll take the side in for the Bulldogs. Ball goes all the way to the 25. Lawrence trying to get into the top of the circle. Teams scrumming for it. Kellum.
Matt, it's because of this, right? Sticks down.
Forces the foul, so she'll take the hit out.
See it?
Big swing and a miss. She'll opt for the little push pass. Flips it over to Brown. Brown gets a piece of it. She's got Bradley with her. Brown gets a little lucky, tips off her foot, and again, I think Nokomis, maybe a little too anxious to pass the ball away. It's off her foot again. Anderson will come up and take it. Brown doing a nice job working the ball through the midfield. Anderson, with the big hit, it's intercepted.
Hannah, that's you. You gotta go and tackle that, okay? If she sends that ball in, that's you. You have to
Bouchard's ball is deflected out of bounds. Graves with a nice cut on, gets a piece of it. Brown tries to pick the pocket and does. Brown's got some room. She ought to just keep rolling with it, take it and go. Townsend picks it up. Townsend works it to the middle, punches it in. Wilcox reaches for it, can't get a piece of it. Ball will turn over to the Bulldogs. Some early pressure. I think Coach Thompson kind of echoing the same sentiment. Townsend's got some room to operate. She's having some success moving with the ball. I think instead of trying to push it in there, she could have stepped right into the circle herself and rocketed one on goal. Neither team with a scoring opportunity yet in the early going, about 4.5 minutes in, first quarter. No score. Early action. Baird picks it up. Baird's moving up the sideline with it. She's just continuing to split the defenders.
Get up, Natalie, get up!
Baird stays with the play. She's double teamed, but she's fouled. Actually, it's Townsend.
Lauren, play center. Go to the top of the circle. Quicker!
Townsend with it. I think that probably went off got caught up in her feet. But I think Townsend has been a obviously top player on this team, but I think sometimes you forget too, she's still a young player. I think that's always impressive when an athlete can take instruction on the fly from a coach and make that adjustment the next play, which you saw Townsend do there. Ball's flipped in the middle. Townsend tries to pick it up. Lawrence trying to dig it out. Brown with it, but Townsend able to take it away. Townsend, a little pass to herself in the wing. Can't catch up with it. Want to give a shout out to one of our field hockey alumni, who's an aunt of Townsend, Amy Deschanel. Hopefully, Amy, you're watching. I know you get double duty as your nephew, Donovan Kurtz, also playing soccer today. So great to, I know how much family members have enjoyed picking up these live streams, and definitely always great when there's that connection of alumni. Amy had a great career as a field hockey player here at Nokomis. Bradley with a great steal. Has got some room up the left side. Trying to keep a handle on it. She splits a couple of defenders. She's heading towards the 25. She's got Wilcox with her. She's fouled again. Nice job by Bradley with a breakout. Brown's going to pick it up, and Brown should just take it and go. She's got some room. Drops it back to Townsend. Nice look. And again, another young athlete taking the on-the-fly guidance from the coach and making the adjustment. Townsend maneuvering at the top of the circles, pushes it in. Wilcox gets a foot on it. Bradley can't connect. Lawrence able to dig it out, so Nokomis getting some early pressure. Still no shots on goal. Anderson with a nice pickup, shoves it right back in. Beautiful redirection by Ranlet. Ranlet stays with it. It's pushed out. So Lawrence facing some early pressure, but the defense holding tough in the circle. Midway through the first period. First of, obviously, 4 quarters. Stick obstruction by Nokomis, so Lawrence will take it. Stewart loses the handle on it, so foul. Morgan Graves with it. Graves passes it to Anderson. Anderson can't connect. Lawrence with a little breakaway. Bulldogs Dunphy able to split a couple defenders and find some room ahead. Jenna Baird comes over, makes a nice defensive play, pushes it over the 25. Brown pressuring. Stewart pushes it ahead. Kellum has it. Kellum trying to wheel and deal and find some room. It's off her foot, so it'll be a free hit. Lawrence hasn't spent a whole lot of time inside the Nokomis 25. Yeah, I think a good call by the Lawrence coach. Sometimes you get a little Brown, a little anxious, isn't quite 5 yards away. She steals it. Brown just dodging. A nice defensive pressure by Sage Brown, kind of staying with the play. Ball's to Neto. Neto punches it in a circle. Ball's chipped into the center. Nice crossing ball. Lawrence unable to connect, so it comes out to the 25, but they push it back in. Townsend with the intercept, but right there, Ranlet. And that's probably the foul that's most difficult for the fans to see. What was that? But when Townsend picked it up, Ranlet ran in front of her. So you can't screen the defender. So it's called a third-party infraction. Nyman, first goaltender to get a boot on it, steps up, a nice clear out. Townsend picks it up. She's looking upfield.
Sage, don't pack, just stay in it. That's a great play on your part. Oh, it went off her foot.
I think Nokomis getting a little lucky with that one. Sometimes it goes your way. Nice pass up to Bradley. Bradley tips it. Can't get by the second defender.
Carry, send. Hey, listen, it's on your dad. You don't even need to do this. It's here. Send it. Come on, Morris. You away? Sit still. Let's go. Come on, ladies. You got it. Get a cut.
Anderson with a nice hit. Nice tip by Natalie Brown just to deflect it over there. Wilcox picks it up. Wilcox flips it into the circle. Nice job by Lovely punching the ball back in. She tracks it down, see if she can beat the defender. Not sure what the foul was. Too far for me to see. Way too far. Townsend again really dominating the middle of the field. Townsend's just missing that one more tap to evade that last defender, and she's going to have a fantastic look on goal. Anderson picks up the loose ball. Nice job with a cutback. She punches it through.
Get on that, Natalie. Yep.
Brown battling for it. Brown with a nice little spin move. Splits the defenders, doing a nice job. Brown following in the footsteps of her older sister Olivia, who had a great career here at Nokomis. Of course, probably one of the highlights of her career came her freshman year. Scored the game-winning goal in the state championship game. I mean, what a memory. Here goes Townsend again. Again, that last line of defense is just kind of able to pick it away from Townsend, but she's going to figure that out. 3:10 to go, first quarter. Big ball up the middle of the field. Callum doing a nice job getting a stick on it.
Good job, Callie.
Callum doing a great job taking the ball out wide, getting it out of harm's way and staying with it.
Good job.
Forces the foul, so it's just great defensive work by Callie Callum. Ball clipped Lovely's feet. Townsend gets a piece of the loose ball. Lovely punches it back over to her. It's tipped to Anderson. Anderson lunges, misses it, but nice job by number 22 Dunphy maneuvering, but Anderson stays with the play and steals it back. She gets it ahead to Townsend. Townsend can't split the defenders, but she's tripped up. Some fresh legs coming in for the Bulldogs. Number 19, Emily Hersey. I think earlier foul on the hack by Nokomis, so Lawrence. The big rip through the middle of the field. Baird gets a piece of it. I almost think Baird would have been better served to just let that ball go over the end line. There wasn't anybody behind her, but you know, you never want to encourage your players to not play a ball. I think if they're feeling confident, like, play it.
Well, you never know. I doubt it. No.
Both teams have had a number of foot fouls in the early going, and I'd say field possession, kind of Nokomis has probably had a slight edge, but Lawrence has actually put a shot on goal, so pretty evenly played game up until this point, and that was kind of the report at Lawrence. Nokomis played them well. Brown maneuvering through the middle of the field. She's got some space ahead of her. I think she maybe forgot about number 4, Bouchard, sneaking up behind her. Big hit to change the fields. Baird cleans it up, though.
God, what's that?
I think Lawrence with a little 2-on-2 situation. Anderson comes over to help out, but there's probably a foot foul. Fortunately, it was just outside of the circle. The closing seconds of the first corner of the game is going to go to Lawrence. So 32 seconds.
Yes, my friend.
This corner will probably close out first quarter action.
No. Thank you, too.
I think although this is taking a little bit of time, I think that these moments really benefit Nokomis to kind of give them a little bit of a breather because they don't have the depth of bench. So even if they get a few extra seconds, that ball, that's kind of unfortunate for Lawrence. The hit went all over the 25 just as the horn blew, so it's going to end the corner play. If they were able to keep that inside the 25, they probably could have continued play. But first quarter action ends scoreless.
The string downstairs.
Okay.
Down there to make
minutes,
sure.
I just want to kill these spiders so they're not getting on me.
Is it 3? This is only our second home game.
Oh, I don't know. Is it this one? Yeah.
Going okay?
Yep.
Sir, what's her husband's first name? Or is it Ryan? He's our football coach, the field hockey coach. He's the assistant football coach. I think it is Ryan. I'll just say,
Yep.
I texted Shayna and said I have
be safe.
I have 2 in the back of my car.
Paula and Nancy like to hack off the cute Dauphinese. They get like,
Well,
well, they try to overformalize it sometimes. It's like, just calm down. I know. And like, I think they wanted me to, I'm like, okay, like, I'm not sending you all these schedules every week and who want to go. That's part of what you guys need to do. And I go, some of the stuff
Yes,
is
good.
online. I go, you need to know where to find it out. I go, I can give you some ideas for kind of feature stories if you want.
Yep.
They're awful sweet.
Yes.
They really are.
Once we get it rolling, it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be a nice little show.
And they're go-getters. Like, they're
Yes.
going to follow through.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Yep. RSU 19.
Yep. Old field hockey coach, so. I'm rusty though. I haven't done any broadcasting since last basketball season, so I'm out of shape. Like all my little lingo and my energy, I'm not quite there yet. 19. Where is Dave's daughter, Packard, Sarah, the trainer now?
Somewhere in
She's down
Central
in
Maine.
Belfast?
Yes, yeah, Belfast, I think. Yep.
Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it?
Yep.
Thank God. I haven't minded no Saturday stuff.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
I'm toast, Maddie.
Yeah.
I did tell Dean we got to have a passenger van, so he was going
Was
to
he
get
he's
back
gonna
to
look?
them. He said either if said it'll either be new or like lightly
Close.
used, like
Yeah,
10,000
that's-
miles.
yeah, that's great.
15,000 miles.
That's great. She's
Classic.
You back on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back live. So both teams kind of having some chances at sniffing around the goal, but neither team with what I call a quality scoring opportunity yet. Brown and Bradley trying to double team. I can't get away with the field. Bradley gets a piece of it. I think she thought she fouled, so she backed off. Anderson picks it up. Anderson moving along the 25, takes a big swing and a miss, and that's always going to get you a whistle, the big swing and a miss. So an opportunity for Lawrence just outside the circle, and I think the official is going to say, yeah, take that from where it happened. And I know many coaches have been exasperated by those. You want to keep the ball rolling, and you know the net effect is about 2 inches, but nice job by Lovely getting a piece of that direct hit. Fortunately, Nokomis couldn't come away with it, so quick push pass out wide. Stewart trying to chip it in to her teammate. Nice little combination passing by Lawrence, but a tip out by a Nokomis defender. Madison Ramlett doing a nice job dipping down from her forward position, kind of get the ball out of the way and get the foul. First minute and a half, Nokomis kind of pinned in at her own end. Oh, and that's going to be another corner unless Lawrence scored a goal or they let them play on and defend because they got the shot. Brown digs it out. Kind of dig it out of her feet. Stays with the play, tips it back, tries a little reverse chip. Sticks with it, nice reverse chip out wide to Bradley. I think Bradley wasn't expecting she could get it that far. It's a great shot. Brown can continue to develop that, to do that on the fly. They're very effective. Oh, it's tough luck. Official says hit the backside of her stick. Nice job by Baird again, picking off the loose ball. Just can't keep the handle on it. Lawrence keeping the pressure. 2 forwards driving in. Big swing and a miss. Woo! Over the end line. Great, I'd say that's the best scoring opportunity of the day. Victoria Dunphy, and I think she had a wing with her, had a great look. Nyman doing a nice job in goal, coming out to apply the pressure and not letting that clean shot get taken away, so went out of bounds wide of the goal. But Lawrence has come out of the first quarter with some energy here, keeping Nokomis pinned in their own end. Warriors trying to break it out. If Townsend gets some room, I think she can maneuver upfield. She splits a couple of defenders. She's got Brown with her. Bradley, Lovely, Wilcox ahead of her. Bree Townsend will pull it over to 25, and again, she's got some room to maneuver. Now, Lawrence is laying for Townsend on that pullback. That second defender is just waiting for her with a block tackle. Really nice defense. Crossing balls intercepted. I think Nokomis has got to take the ball a little bit deeper down the side before they try to cross it. Lawrence is kind of packed in right at the middle at the top, and I think if they get behind that first layer, they maybe are going to get a better chance to get a shot off. Townsend's foul from behind.
Keep cutting.
I think it's good defensive reaction. Apparently they know who Lauren is. So nice adjustment by Lawrence to pick her up. Anderson was kind of undefended outside the circle, which she would have been a good pass option. I was going to say, Dunphy's got to be a senior. Just the level of savvy play that you're seeing. She doesn't need, that's what you see with a mature player, that they really read the field well and they see those opportunities and those gaps and make those adjustments. So a really nice adjustment by Dunphy. Ball's out wide to Neto. Neto's got a little bit of room. Anderson pressuring. Ball squirts away from Neto. Bradley Kellum will put the ball in play. She flips it up to Anderson. Anderson tries the one-timer, fans on it, but Bradley does a nice job to try to get a stick in, can't control. You see Lawrence trying to pick up their speed of play. Dunphy's ball blasts over the end line. Coach Caitlin Bartlett, new to the Warrior field hockey coaching staff. She was a Mount Blue Cougar. Played field hockey. We're at Mount Blue. Of course, continued her college career at Farmington. Was a standout softball pitcher for the UMF Beavers. And she, Bartlett's also coached some softball for her. So I did not know she was a field hockey player. So great to see her getting an opportunity to coach the field hockey team. Nice job by Lovely reading that play. She saw that pass all the way, snuck in and stole it away. And both Brown and Lovely are definitely playing beyond their years. I don't think anybody would guess they're freshmen, but they've both done a great job. Lovely doing a nice job staying with the play. I think sometimes that's that confidence of that younger player to just stay with it, but both Brown and Lovely just doing a great job, not being shy, going to the ball or trying to take the ball. Sometimes that happens with a younger player. They get shy and kind of defer to the upperclassmen, but neither player, I'm not seeing any evidence of that. Dunphy trying the big hit again. It's intercepted by Kellum, and Kellum kind of shovels it right back at her, and that's where you want those defenders to just dump it to space. Nice opportunity here for Neto. Ball centered out front. Townsend drops back in, picks it out. Townsend takes it out wide. So Lawrence continuing to get some decent opportunities and entries into the Nokomis circle. Other than that big shot late in the first quarter, though, hasn't been a real quality scoring opportunity. And Nokomis getting a little sloppy with their defense. When you start hearing a lot of banging sticks, you can guarantee a whistle's going to be close behind it, like right there. Nice give and go between Graves and Bradley. Bradley, nice idea to connect with Lovely, just can't get it through the defender. Nice job by Bouchard to intercept it. Bouchard double teamed at the top, she stays with it. Kellum gets a piece of it. Kellum pushes it out the wide side of the circle.
Nice job, Callie.
Emily, nice working.
Emily Hersey stays with the play, sends it right back into the circle. Graves tries to get it out. Lawrence being tenacious here. I think ball finally ricochets off a royal blue shin guard, so it's going to head the other direction. So Nokomis has got to find a low crease of space. Lawrence really pressing up front. They've got 6 players. If Nokomis can kind of quickly make a fast surge through, they're going to find a lot of open real estate, like right there. Ava Lovely doing a nice job to get it to Hannah Bradley, but Bradley has started to cut in. That's where you want those wings to stay out wide, because it's much easier to cut onto a ball that's laid out ahead of you. But Bradley able to get it back, tips it into space. Lovely with a nice job, intercepts the hit, goes into the circle. She loses her footing, tripped up. So Ava Lovely, great job staying tenacious with the play. Helps Nokomis pick up their first penalty corner of the game. So just over halfway through the second quarter, just under 6 minutes, Nokomis with their first corner. Ball's going to get pushed out to the top to Townsend. She controls. Flip-flops with Anderson and kind of an off-balance swing, and that's where you don't. Like, Townsend's got to just keep going and curling with that ball until she gets a seam of opportunity to get her shot off. Like, I think sometimes you feel like you got to stick with the scripted play, but oftentimes where some of the best goals are scored, when people just take what's offered them in a corner, like the miscues or just the creativity in a play can really pay off big time. And I think that's a piece of Townsend's game you're going to see develop as she continues to grow and mature as a field hockey player. Townsend surveys the field, sees Anderson wide open at the middle. Anderson trying to connect ahead. Again, I'd say, at halftime, I think that's a conversation I'd have. Brown doing a nice job. Beautiful steal and pass by Brown. Big ball by Lawrence, hit ahead at the 50, intercepted by Baird. If Baird gets some space, she can be explosive with her speed. I think that's a piece right now I see with Nokomis, just the timing of their passes. It's not like a great sense of when to hold on to it and when to get rid of it. Lawrence is a good team. They're not given a lot of opportunities. Townsend takes it in deep. Again, that little savvy. You get pinned on the end line with defenders pressing like that, and you don't really have anywhere to go offensively. Like, a great thing to do is just dump it on the defender's foot and get a penalty corner out of it. So, ricocheted off the defense out of bounds will be a long hit. Townsend with a pretty spin move. Chip tries to chip it on the green. I don't know, that stray table behind the goal. I don't know if maybe she thought it was like a bonus point if you chip it on the table. So Lawrence kind of had the advantage in field possession in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter, and last couple of minutes, Nokomis pressuring. So a misfire on the free hit for Lawrence will give the ball right back over to Nokomis, so Townsend will dial it up again. 3:20 to go in the first half, still no score. And I'd say the pace of this play really helps Nokomis. And again, it's just because of the depth of the bench. Lawrence has been able to shuffle in 2 or 3 subs to keep people fresh, and Nokomis just isn't in a position to do that. So when the pace of play is not up and down the field, that definitely helps Nokomis out. Graves working it up the sideline. Oh, nice little between the legs move. Oh, Morgan Graves, a little showboating. Nice. I don't know if she intended to do it, but it was a pretty slick move. Stewart will put it into play for Nokomis. Bradley reaches for it, can't get it. Brown picks it up. Brown's got Townsend. She just dump it out to space, and Townsend needs to just take off with it. Bounces it up to, bounces all the way through. Bradley gets a piece of it, tries to pull it back. She cuts towards the middle. Oh, just a wild swing. And again, that's the shot we don't need there. Just keep going with the ball. Brown's been tenacious, just scrumming for the ball in the middle of the field. She's picked up a number of stray balls. Great work. Anderson pushes it ahead. Minute 45. Anderson gets a piece of it. Dunphy able to clean it up. She's maneuvering at the 50, trying to split the defenders, and she's fouled, so it'll be a free hit, Lawrence. It's not speed of play or approaching the ball. Like sometimes, like that play with Anderson, it was a free ball. She was in great position to get it, but there was just a bit of hesitancy. Like the Warriors need to explode onto those free balls, so they're definitely beating Lawrence to it. They're sort of like a little tentative step towards the ball that's making what should be clearly an Nokomis ball, at best a 50-50 ball.
Somebody's gonna be there for her. Oh, what does she need? Just needs a Band-Aid.
Do you have one or do you need one?
I think the official's going to card somebody.
Okay.
Oops, so that could be costly for Lawrence to play a player down, and that's Dunphy, and she's been a standout for them so far. I'm not really sure what happened over there to cause the card, but Crystal St. Ange, a pretty even-keeled official. I'm sure she definitely, saw something that.
Did you get mouthy?
I can wipe it.
Ball's tipped up into the defender, so Lawrence will take over. Ball's picked up at the top of the circle, but it's off a foot, and that's where Nokomis, they got a player down, and a strong player for Lawrence out of the game. They got to capitalize on this. Lovely trying to dig it out. That's where Townsend just needs to take it and go. Like she's got players ahead. And again, we don't need that big hit there. Townsend really needs to get that ball inside the 25, and if she's still moving with it, take it right into the circle. And if someone's coming to play her, then that's what she can push it off with a strong push pass. And there's a horn ending the first half. So Nokomis and the Nokomis Warriors and the Lawrence Bulldogs, pace of this game's picking up, but neither team able to put one in the net. So we'll take a break for halftime and come back for a second half action.
You got a girl that stick to the hand, and it's pretty. Just fall up on her. did it right, 13:47. We had like a minute 13 left from that one.
Just go for a minute.
Minute. Yeah, can you tell me? 13:47.
If our math is correct.
If our math is
That's when I
correct.
go in?
Yeah, when there's 13 minutes and 47. No, you don't set out for 13:40.
Oh,
No.
I figured
No.
that. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I guess we could keep you here the whole time. I mean, if you guys want to talk.
Live.
All right, back. Tried to rally the crowd. They're few, but they're mighty. Nokomis starts with the ball. Townsend moving to her right. Trying to find a little seam to pop it through. Out of bounds off Lawrence. Ranlett will put it back into play. Nice little tip to Townsend. Townsend beautifully slices through the defenders. Townsend just weaving through people. Ooh, thought that was a nice dig by Lovely, but I think she got a piece of a stick. This goes the other way. Ranlett picks it up.
Oh, she moved.
I think Townsend was trying to connect with Ranlett on a give and go. And Ranlett bobbed. And Townsend was thinking she was going to weave.
You ready? You got. Yep. You're ready.
Lawrence breaking up field. Number 3, Niles, is wide open on the far side, totally unmarked.
Okay, you ready? 47. You go.
Ball's just kind of sitting there over the end line, and players stop playing. And that's one of those, don't stop playing. Like, you never know. Let the officials make the calls and just play. So Nokomis unable to capitalize on the 3-minute short-handed opportunity. As Dunphy comes back in, Graves does a nice job picking it out. The defender, picking it away from the defender and shoveling it out wide. Stewart working it, sends it into the circle. Brown picks it up. Brown doing a great job using her body to shield the ball, keeping that ball right off her hip. I'm very impressed. I know Brown's got the touch around the goal, but I've been really impressed with her midfield play. And some of the plays she's been making are really challenging. Higgins will take it down the left sideline. Ooh, chipped right into, ooh, wow. I think the official's saying it was deflected up by a Nokomis player into a Nokomis player, otherwise it would have been dangerous. Townsend with a little 360 move. Tries it once, tries it again.
Help her, help her, help her.
That's great work by Townsend, but I gotta give a shout out to Brown. Brown's just tenacious, staying on the play. So if that was Brown, or maybe that was Niles. So big hits intercepted. Ranlett comes back. Stick fouls. Oh, that potentially could be a card. Like, you got to be careful about doing that just on a free hit, throwing a stick in from behind. So Ranlett a little bit lucky there. She didn't put her team in a tough spot. Townsend picks it out. Nice ball up ahead. Wilcox picks it up. She's got Lovely with her, and that's where, like, that little hesitation by Wilcox. She had a step on the defender, but she slowed down and thought about a pass, and that's where that intuition in Nokomis right now, when to keep it and when to get rid of it. Pretty ball by Ranlett right up the sideline. Goes through a couple of players. Lawrence picks it up. Lexi Moran sends it ahead, but Townsend sweeps it away. Townsend punches it ahead. Wilcox tries to cut onto it, gets a little piece of it, pops through. Lovely, and kind of screened out, couldn't see what happened. Lovely looked like she was in good position. Bradley steals one away right at the top of the circle. It's a foot foul, but it's just outside, so it'll be a free hit. Nokomis just outside the circle. Warriors have got to go 5 yards before they can enter. Back in the good old days, like when Amy Stevens, Deschanel played, you could just jack it from there right in on goal. And that was kind of a play to just drill it into the circle and hope for a deflection into the goal. But it was very unsafe. Like, I do think that's a good rule change. Anderson gets a piece of the big hit. Deflects out wide to Neto. Neto able to keep the ball. Gets it back over to her teammate Stewart. Stewart working along the right side, crosses it in. Nyman comes out. Beautiful clear by Nyman. It's almost a toe-to-stick pass right to Townsend. Townsend loses it to Bouchard. Bouchard right back into the circle. Kellum doing a nice job again. Keeping the ball on her hip, protecting it so she can dribble it out, kind of bouncy ball. Again, I'm not sure why Nokomis is trying to hit it right back up the middle of the field where there's a clump of players from both teams. Defensively, you always want to really try to work that ball out wide, unless there's some kind of breakdown in the middle. Graves getting in on the action. Couldn't see what happened, but the whistle blows. And Lawrence will have their second corner of the game. Just under 9 minutes in the third quarter, so a golden opportunity here for the Bulldogs. And both teams have had some opportunities in the circle, but I'd say neither team has really had a quality scoring opportunity. Lawrence's first corner ended up just being a misfire. It went all the way to the 25 and ended the first half. Shots on goal. Nyman in position to play. Ball's on the end line. It hits a foot. And nice job by the senior goaltender for Nokomis, Ashley Nyman, shutting it down. Callum will defer it to Townsend. I don't know. Tried to rally the parent crowd here, see if they can get some energy. I see some of them have gotten on their feet. I don't know. I'm not hearing a lot of cheering, though. So Lawrence pressuring again. Ball, hard push on the right side. They just can't connect and goes over the end line. Townsend flips it out wide. Ooh, that's a tough call. I think it maybe grazed off a leg. Nice job by Baird to stop that shot straight on. Ball's shoveled by Dunphy. A little backhanded shovel. He's short of the goal over the end line, so Nokomis will try to break out of this defensive log jam they're in. Man, a ball through the middle of the field is that's not going to happen. I'm really not sure what the thinking is on that. I think Lawrence is just intercepting those passes in the middle and driving it right back into the circle. Just resulted in a couple of penalty corners in a row. So Nokomis is going to have to make some defensive adjustments. They're just flirting with disaster, giving up back-to-back corners. Ball's out top to Bouchard. Bouchard pushes it over. Graves had the right idea. Open net. Nyman's out of it. Ball's right in front of the goal. Saved by Morgan. Graves saves a goal. Beautiful job by Graves. If Graves isn't there, that ball's definitely going to find the back of the net. So beautiful defensive stop. Go, go, go! Yes, that's that right there, that sense. Nobody was around her. The ball's moving. Like, just take it and go. Madison hits the turf. Nice sportsmanship there by Dunphy, trying to help her up. Baird trying to cross fields over to Townsend. Townsend goes to the left, comes back to the right. Brown with a tall defensive order to defend Townsend, but she's really picked it up and kind of shut Townsend down. Long ball all the way into the circle. Lovely's pressuring. Bradley's there.
Good job, Tom.
Can't see that player's number, but nice defensive job over on the right side. Lovely trying to push it back in. High ball, so Nokomis will have a free hit coming into the circle. 5:10 to go in the third quarter, still no score. Lawrence has had a couple of good looks at the goal. Nokomis has been on their heels playing defense, and they'd like to turn the tables here and get a good shot off, a corner, or maybe even put one in the back of the net. Anderson punches it through. Brown kind of tackling from behind. Again, that's almost like don't even bother because you're going to get called. Townsend with the active stick, picks it out of the air. She's got Ranlett with her.
You got it, Madison.
Ball out wide. Ranlett tracks it down. She's going to try to turn the corner. Cuts by one defender, flips it back to the middle. Lovely reaching for it. Ranlett stays with the play. Taylor LeClaire doing a nice job from the left back defensive spot, shutting down that attack. Anderson intercepts the free hit. Graves deflects it. Townsend picks it up. Kind of feet and sticks get tangled up a little bit. A stick goes flying. Whistle points Nokomis' way. Townsend with a nice ball through the middle. Nice deflection by Lovely. Brown putting a speed on it. Just can't get to it. That was a beautiful ping pong action. With Townsend's ball, Brown just getting a pretty deflection. Or Lovely getting a pretty deflection on it. Brown just a step away from breaking in by herself. Baird comes up to play it. Baird doing a nice job using some back space. Kind of slides off the side of her stick out of bounds. 2:45 to go third quarter. Teams are battling it out here. Ball's flipped through into the circle. Oh, Anderson comes back with a beautiful low stick tackle. Lauren Anderson just defended any opportunity for Lawrence to get a shot off. A beautiful job by the senior.
Nice. Go, Callie.
Higgins with a strong pass, deflected out of bounds. Almost will take the hit. 2 to go in the third quarter. Still no score here. It's been a pretty even battle with both teams experiencing moments of controlling play. Lawrence maybe tipping the field a bit their way this half. Lovely with some speed, tips it over to Brown. Brown's got some space. She's got Bradley with her, tips it ahead to her. Bradley can't pick it up. Brown stays with it. Actually, it's Townsend. Townsend bounces one ahead. Lovely hustles back for it. Tries to shovel it over to Brown. Brown gets a piece of it. Brown pushes it ahead. Now I see Brown just one more push and take a shot herself. She continues to look for Bradley. And I think Lawrence is reading that, and they're kind of overplaying Hannah Bradley. And sometimes Brown's open, but with good teamwork by Nokomis, they'll get their second corner of the game. Had one early in the first half. Ranlett will put the ball in play. Goes off to Bradley. A little too hot to handle. Bradley pushes it back. Townsend tips it over to Anderson. Anderson got it in front of the goal, pushes it on. Great stop by the goalie. The ball's behind the goalie. They're looking for it. Brown picks it up. Brown tried a little reverse stick hit. Making a little too much twirling, but probably one of the best opportunities. And Lawrence trying to get the quick breakout to see if they can get a breakaway. Beautiful job by Graves to at least slow the play down. Anderson with a great opportunity on the offensive end, getting it done both ends, had a beautiful defensive stop, and came up with a fantastic shot on goal on the corner. Dunphy now takes it the other way. She's trying to work it in backwards. Slide on! Oh, the reverse shot to finally makes it way into the goal. Kellum kind of signaled it deflected off an offensive leg, but I think nobody saw that. So with 4 seconds to go in the third quarter, first goal of the game as Lawrence finally breaks through the Nokomis defense and puts one in the net.
Keep the intensity up.
I think Penny Townsend's been our scorekeeper, and she said that that's been a common theme of a fatigue spot in the last minute or two of the third quarter. It's where a lot of the goals have been given up. So we'll get our intermission and come back for the fourth quarter. Hey, which player scored that goal?
That was Hope Bouchard.
Okay, thank you.
Hope.
We're back. We got back.
We're back live?
Yeah, we're back live.
All right, I'm trying to get used to these quarters too.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a little different. So, just that's one that just sticks in your craw when you give up a goal with 4 seconds to go.
I
But
know.
it was a great surge by Lawrence. They, kind of a up, down, back sequence where Lawrence had a good surge and Lauren Anderson made a fantastic defensive stop to get the ball the other way. Nokomis flies upfield, gets a corner. Anderson gets a great shot on goal. It's kind of stuck in the feet of pull in the Bulldog goalkeeper, but they're able to get it out and just surge back downfield. And Dunphy really pushed it upfield, had the assist, and Hope Bushard finished it off for the Bulldogs to put the lone goal of the game in the back of the net. So Nokomis is going to play from behind, and they've got to get something happening, but they've had some opportunities. Kellum flies onto the ball, great cut to the ball, breaks out with it. I know it's something the coaching staff was urging in between periods, just that commitment to go for loose balls. I think there are some opportunities there, but Nokomis is going to have to take some chances here. Ooh, it looked like a good stick by Townsend, but off her foot. Stewart trying to work the ball in. Kind of a flinging stick again. It's going to get called every time. When you just see a big swipe and miss the ball, it's like almost insta whistle. And Graves trying to be a little tricky with the no look pass to Anderson. I think it tricked Anderson. Stewart back at it in that right quarter. Bradley doing a nice job cutting back from her wing position to defend.
You know why? Keep your stick down.
Oh, Callum, I think official kind of was warning both teams now about being 5 yards away on free hits. It's hard not to creep in. You just want to. You see the ball there. Nice job by Anderson getting a piece of it. Just couldn't get that second tap to go with it. Bouchard, the goal scorer, bounces it through the middle. Nice pick. Callum has really done a nice job. Actually, that's Bradley. I was right. I had it. It was Callum. Dunphy working through the middle, and it's going to be a corner. It gets locked up in a foot. Fourth penalty corner of the game for Lawrence. Nokomis has probably had the best look of a corner play to this game. 4-2 corner advantage for Lawrence. Up top to Dunphy, little give and go. So Nokomis has got to pounce on that. The ball just kind of sitting in the middle of the field between those two Lawrence players, and just that split second of hesitation by Nokomis. Ball's right on the baseline. Graves does a nice job dropping back to tip it away, and she's fouled. I like the hustle on Kellum to kind of bring the ball to the top and get a hit going. Big rip up to Lovely. Lovely's got Bradley and Brown with her, so they've got some room. It's a 3-on-3 if they can keep moving with speed. Lovely kind of slides the ball a little bit behind Bradley instead of ahead of her, but a nice rush by the Nokomis line.
You would have what? No, in the corner. You were taking a shot? Good.
Oh, nice push left in the middle of the field. Anderson with a nice defensive play, turns the ball in the other direction.
Get back! Let's go, Blue! Victoria, feed! Ashton! You're peeking.
A little bit of
Stay down.
back and forth fouls over on the left side of the field. 11 minutes to go in regulation. Bulldogs with a 1-0 lead. Still a well-played game this afternoon. Both teams battling hard. Anderson stays with the play. Ooh, kind of gets by a couple of Nokomis defenders. Warriors, they got to recover. Haley Niles sneaking behind the defense. So Nokomis, Callie Kellum forces the foul. So great defensive play. Otherwise, it could have been a dangerous situation. Ball's up through the middle. Lovely gets a piece of it. Lovely does a nice job. Clears the two defenders, but she was fouled, so the whistle will bring it back. But Lovely starting to pour it on here. When she gets some open field, she's got some speed, so could get a good breakaway opportunity.
Keep taking space, Hope. Just keep
Through ball's intercepted by Lawrence, and they head the other direction.
Drop the 3, Madison. You gotta go get there. Go get there. You got hope back.
Anderson's seen a lot of action this afternoon over in that defensive spot. He's done a great job all day. Ramlet drops in with a nice steal. I don't know what happened there. Arm was up, but no whistle. Looked like Ramlet got hacked. I'm getting chippy. Getting chippy. So I'm not sure what the call was, but some kind of call. Looks like both teams have been warned about 5 yards, and so what happens, if it happens again, it's a corner. So it'll be a 5th penalty corner for Lawrence. Dunphy's taking the ball at the top. Just Dunphy kind of reaching for it, ends up popping up, and that's kind of the mechanics of hitting a field hockey ball. Just like most sports, standing here with our not only Warrior broadcasting director but golf coach Matt Brown. That weight transfers everything, Matty, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Like when you're lunging, Bradley's got a break going here. Does a nice job with a pullback. Tries to hit the ball in, but I'd like to see her just pull back and keep going. Okay, hopefully, it's always great opportunity too to watch. We're taping these games for players. I hope the players go back and watch this and really use it to reflect and learn and get better at that mental part of the game. So when you're under pressure in the moment of the game, it becomes automatic with kind of knowing what to do. It takes a lot of years and kind of game practice to really be able to feel the flow of the play.
Maddie, get on 3 between her and the goal, please. Between her and the goal.
Yes.
Nice job by Graves reading the ball, and I think taking the coach's advice to step to the ball. She just saw the pass coming and just stepped into the passing lane, took it away. And she probably went over the sideline there, but that's a nice defensive play by sophomore Morgan Graves.
Good job, Jenna.
There's Baird showing some flashes of her speed. I'd like to see her get some room out in the open field. Townsend brings it up to midfield. She's got Wilcox with her.
Good job, Vic.
That's a double alley.
Foul at the 25. So with 7:05 to go in regulation, Nokomis has got to start getting some opportunities here to at least get the ball in the circle with some potential shots on. The fun part about field hockey is they can go quickly. Yeah, looks like nobody from Nokomis was really ready. Townsend put a nice ball through the middle of the circle. Everybody spectated and enjoyed it too. I think that's what you see, fatigue kind of coming in, get a little glazed over at moments. Oh, big ball over the 50. It's a 50-yard shot. Goes from 25 to 25. Kellum's got it. Kellum had all field to get away from Dunphy. Kind of pushed it right back at her. Got lucky she got it by her. Otherwise, it was going to be Dunphy and Niles all alone in on Nyman.
Go, Nana. Atta girl, Madison.
Bouchard kind of runs out of room, sends it over the sideline, so Baird will come up and take it for the Warriors. 5:45 to go, regulation, so clock is going to start being a factor in this one. Nice job. Graves last year had an outstanding job as a defender, and she's picked up right where she's left off. It's a nice idea by Ranlett to connect with Townsend. Just sometimes that little bit of a bouncy ball, boy, it looks really easy. Trust me, you've never been out on the field with a field hockey stick. That ball can be a little tricky, especially when it just starts with those little hops. Bradley picks it up on the left wing. Can't get a clean handle on it. Lovely gets a nice piece of it. That forces the foul, so nice job by Ava Lovely. Brown trying to pick it up. She taps it by one defender. She's, yeah, it's going to be a third party, so good opportunity here for Nokomis. Let's see if Townsend can make some magic happen and get it started. She's into the circle. Big shot. Nice stop by Poulin. Townsend with a great look on the goal. Here's where Lawrence was able to generate their first goal with a good break out of a Nokomis shot. They really were able to transition quickly to the other end of the field. I think you can see the fatigue level in Nokomis just struggling to recover. Kellum saving the day, kind of the lone defender back. Graves doing a great job of recovering, but Callie Kellum doing a great job slowing the play up. 3:20 to go. Nokomis are looking for that opportunity to tie this up. Miles says, we're not going to let you have that. We're going to keep you pinned in your own defensive end. It's been a fun game to watch. Both teams had some opportunities. Lawrence with the lone goal at this place. Ball's out at the top of the goal. Anderson sweeps it out. Warriors are all packed in and give chase to it. Stewart's able to pick it up. She taps it ahead. Lovely's right there to stop it. Lovely and Brown. Can the freshman find some gas in the tank? Lovely is a fast player. Right idea, like really great play by Ava Lovely to take it out wide and just kind of squirt it off the side of her stick. That was nice play.
Come on, Lauren, you gotta watch.
Keep pressure, Madison.
Good job now.
Higgins working it up the left sideline. Baird with speed.
Lexi, nice work.
Wilcox taps it away. Wilcox stays with the play, pulls it. She sees Lovely in the middle of the field. Lovely punches it ahead. Wilcox tries to battle back for it.
She holds her hand up. No, there was nothing there.
Wilcox threads the needle, tries to slide it into the circle. Lawrence player there to pick it up. Ranlett with the stick foul. Baird steals it away. Oh, Baird's tripped up.
Haley, keep that tight.
Townsend's fouled, so minute 20. It's kind of getting down to do or die time for Nokomis. Can the Warriors capitalize on this opportunity? Oh, and Townsend's tripped up heading into the circle, and the official's going to call it a corner. Just the opportunity Nokomis was looking for. Sure, if I'm Coach Thompson, a minute left, I'm getting Morgan Graves up there. Like we're not going to have time to go back down the field and back again. She should just get right up there and keep the pressure on. Townsend slides it ahead.
Good job, Allie.
Nice job, Allie.
Anderson picks it up. Anderson squirting through the other side of the circle.
Hit it again.
She flips it on goal. Wilcox is there. Poulin with another big save for the Bulldogs. Lauren Anderson just battling to get that ball in the goal. 30 seconds, so Nokomis has got to have a quick steal here and send it back upfield. Lawrence doing the smart thing, kind of burning a few seconds. And a big ball upfield. 15 seconds. Callum's got to answer back. I'm not sure Nokomis can get it to the other end in 4 seconds. Kellum gives a big offer for a hit. final horn is going to sound, so it's been an exciting contest here this afternoon. Bulldogs nudge out the Warriors on a late third quarter goal with 4 seconds to go. Hope Bushard for the Bulldogs gets the lone goal of the game to give Lawrence the win today at this exciting field hockey game. So it was fantastic to see our athletes out playing. And I see, even though few, but a mighty fan section. But I think certainly these past few months have given us all a new perspective on athletics, and just very appreciative we're able to make this happen, and our kids are still healthy. And all I can say is, go Warriors!
Okay. I'm
Quarters are messing me up.
Yeah, I'm keep going live for the JV. We're still live.
Okay, we're still live.
Yeah, I'll keep it going.
I know, it was
The
good,
JV
Maddie.
game. Yes, it was good.
But holy, the sun, like, we started early. There's still not a lot of daylight left.
No.
I'm like, I don't know. Do you know when the clocks turn back?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
It's got to be soon.
So I know that sun goes down. She's getting a little chilly. You can't complain. The weather's been great this fall. So those of you still tuning in and listening, going to play a JV game. And as I was saying, I think we've all got a new perspective about where athletics should be, and kind of take that focus off winning and losing, and just super appreciative. Kids get the opportunity to get out and participate in a healthy activity and be around some of their friends, and so far so good. Shout out to our athletic department. I know a lot of time and energy went into figuring out what we needed to do to make this happen, and to make sure we had the right equipment and the right parameters, and following the guidelines set out by the state and the NPA. So just shout out to Mark Babin, our athletic director. He's just done a great job and pulling this together, in our tech department, Josh Grant, and obviously Warrior Broadcasting with Matt Brown to help us bring these games, into people's electronic devices so they can feel a part of it. So, if you're watching from home, or whether we're on the road or we're playing a home game, make sure you're wearing your Warrior swag, and make sure you're yelling at your smartphone, your laptop, your TV, whatever you're streaming on. Give that good Warrior shout, bring that energy. We need it. So another good day of action. I think the live stream here will continue with the JV game. And I'm going to don my AD hat for the afternoon, since Mr. Babin's doing the soccer game. I'm the official administrator on site. Thanks again, Maddie.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll have to see him. Friday's not back till actually Tuesday, so I'll have to see him.
Guys, stand up, let's go.
He told me I had to cover Tuesday's game.
Three. Get it on three. 1, 2, 3. United States of America, Nokomis, small. High five.
Okay. See, the minute that sun goes. There's a couple other people. But I can't give up my flip-flop. There's a couple other people.
In your little Under Armour outfit.
So yeah, either call them like,
Crystal. Are you guys doing
yeah,
captain's
minute that sun goes down.
Okay, we're starting JV right now.
As soon as they tell me how much time.
Okay. Bye-bye. Sorry. That was a report on Donovan. So, city took his camera that was a goal. But he said everything was classic. So I told Mark, he's got it. So, but he can... He's not doing well.
You tell me how much.
So, like, I guess, like, kind of,
Very simple.
it would be not much slower.
Perfect. I'm not sure to be
There's a lot of fracas over there.
That was a good game.
1, 2, 3, go.
last spring.
Where you go? No.
I'm coming right back.
Good defense. Your ball, Peyton. Quick free hit. Find her up there.
Is that like a hard bird to pick the meat off of, or is it just like any other bird?
Oh, you want to know what my grandfather cartridge used to put it, the whole thing on
You gotta cut for a pass. Cut it for a pass.
Whole like carcass and
like the whole breast.
Step up, step up. Who you're passing to? Hey, nice job, Courtney. Back up, you got ball.
Group of senior boys has put a lot into it. You know, they played a lot of
Good job, Maddie.
soccer and a lot of extra things.
You're right, Maddie. You got it. Go, Abby. Nice.
There we go, Ashley.
Get around, Maddie.
I don't know. Oh.
Courtney. 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 You gotta come back to half. Now you gotta turn on for a pass.
I don't
Good, Maddie. Go for it, Courtney. Good job, Maddie. Tell her where you are.
Yeah, she was swelled up.
All right.
Yeah, before I go home with that. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that. I've been wondering what the heck it was doing. Be blaming Penny from way back at the beginning of the year when I went to her. Penny never brought it back. Computer room down there, the weight room, full school,
Nice hit.
Boy, we just passed.
Avery's
Drop
fast.
back, Blue. Peyton, drop middle. Come on, Ava. Get in, Courtney. Get in it, Holly. Drop back.
Well, Warren was going to get a goal there today. She had a great look on that corner. Yeah. It's going to be just a smidge quicker.
Stick to
Yes.
stick, Meg.
Yes.
Just
Maddie Hook.
I mean, this is
Stick down, Meg.
like this.
There you go, Holly. Good. Wide.
Maddie Hook could be a little
Good. Keep taking space. Come middle. Tussle. Keep your feet around. Good job, Hannah. Nice pressure, Hannah.
gives me.
Good ball. Let Abby take that. Hey.
I'm at the point where I'm just trying to-
Ball, Abby. Party around Abby. Courtney, he's 17 down here, right? Nice job, Maddie. Here, Maddie.
Keep going.
Bring it up, bring it up. Go, Courtney. Got it. Go get it, Courtney. That's you, Courtney. Nice time, go.
Go, Courtney. Stay with. Keep going. Keep going. You're good. Stay with her. Keep going. Go that way. Keep going. Good.
Good job, Ava.
Good job, Abby. It's all right. Right, Abby.
Hey.
Peyton, come wide. 45 more seconds. Let's go. Give it your all. You Peyton. Run onto it. Abby, get around, Abby. Get around, Abby. Nice job. Nice pressure.
I'm talking to you.
Find a person. Find a person. Courtney, go get on. Yep. Nice job.
Take him on that. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah, no doubt.
Good work, Willie.
Yeah.
Quarters. We do 4 quarters. She said 8, but 2. So 3 minutes. 3 minutes here.
Is that supposed to be?
No. Oops. 2 minutes.
Whatever you give us.
I just do what I'm told.
What are they doing? Nice work, Chris. Grab your high five. They only doing one more period.
2 minutes?
I don't know. I'm not sure. We only have like 4 JV kids, so I'm not sure what they agreed on. Every game has been different.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like Kaylee.
Yeah.
You like Kaylee. May turn into cartwheels.
Bring your hydration.
Oh my God. Sometimes these kids
Everything is going well.
it's like I like the fact that they're still like young and acting like just nice, like it's refreshing. And they're not trying to act like they're 25.
Oh yeah, the cartwheel was great.
Yeah, I love it.
It's who? Yeah, she's standing right there, right at the center line.
Even if you were playing third or eighth, you need
Yeah.
defending. Right? Even if you were over, you need defending.
Picture.
Guys, we playing one more quarter? One more quarter, is that how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More 8 minutes.
Okay.
left.
Alright, keep positive talk.
You,
Make sure we're getting back on the
what's his name? Blonde hair, kind of. Yeah, she seems.
Read that one. Keep playing.
Lifesaver from the show.
Read the keyboard.
Yeah, she seems so nice. Well, yes. Right.
Alright, first we are. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where's this? Kimmy will be better Larissa. Where's this? Kimmy will be better Larissa. There you go.
stopped. I haven't touched it.
Maybe it dies.
It will work. This won't work, Maddie.
What's that?
This thing died. Did they touch something on the back there?
Yeah, well, it controls the clock.
Yeah, but I mean,
With the remote, with the clock, you guys want to keep
it stopped it. I don't know if they've touched something out back, getting a ball or what.
but it stopped at that. Yeah, just keep it.
I think they back there, and it probably like.
Okay. No, it doesn't affect you because of the, yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
It's just funky.
Keep it wide.
See now, Mary?
I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
Mark the post, Abby.
See it won't.
Throw on the post. Throw on the post.
Oh.
Go 5.
I have no clue. You just stopped the clock.
Good decision, Emily. Nice job, Emily. Go blue. Right now, Amelie. All right, we're gonna do positive encouragement while we're on the sideline. Positive encouragement. And you guys aren't supposed to be that.
Get it to work.
No, I don't know. What do you push to set the time?
Down bottom. Like, nope. Yep.
Come on, Ava, you got
Keep
it.
going till it.
Yes, Ava. Almost everyone's face. Hold on, Hannah. Hope it doesn't exist.
See, it won't move from that 6 seconds.
Go 5. Come on, Blue. I was smiling. I had my mask on. I was like,
Sounds like it's
that's good. That's still you. That's still you. Yes, Maddie. Amelie, you gotta drop back behind Jazz. Emily, come wide. We're working behind you. What? Come on, Amelie, stick with.
The clock just died.
Terry broke it.
Whatever.
Mrs. Murray broke it.
When you have a clock.
I don't have it.
It's not working.
20 minutes later. More touches on.
I didn't say that. Take it up to the 16. Come on,
Like a little paparazzi.
I like how
In the live stream. I got elbowed.
keep it wide. Go end line with it.
Oh, yes. Nice job, Hannah.
Emily, let Jazz get ball. Emily, drop back to 31. Go, Brady, go! Keep on. You're good. Yeah! Get it, Courtney. You gotta drop back. Get up to the goal, Courtney. Hey, Marie, you! Oh, yeah!
Oh, good try. Oh, there you got 0-0.
I got that cleared, but I don't seem to be able to.
Courtney, when you see Eva breaking downfield, just sprint to the post, okay? Sprint right to the post.
I try to get the time.
All right.
Maybe the batteries are going in the thing.
Bailey, your ball. Let Jazz get up. Nice job, Jackson.
Crystal,
and make it.
Keep it down here now.
4 minutes. Gotta hit. Yep, hit that until it goes and it says. Keep going. I'm looking.
Stick,
Now hit
Dad.
that.
Go with it. Nice job.
There you go.
Hey,
Hey, Tech Wizard over here.
Keep pushing off buttons, things will happen.
Come on, you got it. Come on, Ava.
Oh, nice ball. Yeah. That was a nice ball, Ava. Nice job. There you go, Hannah. All right. Good job, Hannah.
Keep channeling her wide out.
Good job.
Good job, Monty Howard. You have Ava. Still in it, Em. Bailey, your ball. Gotta go 5. Can I put it back in the bag? Mark, you got it, guys.
Yeah, the little bag.
Keep it down here now. 2 minutes left. The ball was truly wide and they crossed it over. Jazz, you got ball. Bailey, one behind you. M31. Oh, good. Katie, one. Come on, Jazz. Come on. Here we go. Let's capitalize now. Come on, everybody. I know you got gas in the motorcycle. Good support, Katie. Keep it in there, Katie. There you go. Away from strong stick. Shoot. Good in. Away from pads. Move the goalie. Good ball, Katie. And that's a good ball. Nice work. Here we go, Blue. Katie, you want to make sure you go away from her strong stick, right? So this way.
Turn around, go.
I gotta go to work anyways. She's coming to you. Nice tackle, Katie. Stick with it. Keep going. Go get it. Turn around. Everyone's gonna drop. Yeah, Bailey. 17 seconds. Good, Bailey. Good, Ava. Go with it, Ava.
Mary got it going. You push enough buttons, anything will happen. He goes, is that it or one more?